Let's look at solving this linear equation in one variable by following the procedure that we've established. Remember, in our procedure, the first thing we're going to look at is whether or not the equation has any fractions. This equation does not have fractions, so we can skip that step, go to the next step, and the key word in the next step is parentheses. If our equation has parentheses, we're going to use the distributive property to remove those parentheses. Here I'll distribute the multiplication of 2 over these two terms. Here I'll distribute the multiplication of, we'll think of it as plus 3 multiplied times those two terms, and here a 2 multiplied times those two terms. That will remove the parentheses for us. 2 times x gives me 2x. 2 times minus 4 gives me minus 8. Plus 3 times x is plus 3x. A plus 3 times plus 5 will be plus 15. 2 times x will give me 2x. And 2 times minus 1 will give me minus 2. We've removed the parentheses by using the distributive property. Next key word in our procedure was expressions. We're going to look at the individual expressions to see if there are any like terms we can combine. The right-hand expression has no like terms, so we'll simply repeat it. But the left expression has some like terms. 2x plus 3x will give us 5x. Minus 8 plus 15, you owe $8, but you have $15. Isn't that the same as having $7? So 5x plus 7 is what the left-hand expression becomes when we combine the like terms. The next step in our procedure said only one variable term. My equation has 2 variable terms. Remember, the variable term is the term that has the letter in it, that has the variable in it. These, remember, are called constant terms because they have no variable. I only want one variable term in my equation. So I'm going to make one of those disappear. And I'm going to choose to make the 2x disappear. If I subtract 2x from that term, those terms disappear into 0. But remember, an equation is a balance. An equation's like an old-fashioned seesaw. If we take away one thing from one side of the equation, we have to take away the same thing from the other side. That will maintain the balance, the equality of our equation. 5x minus 2x, that's going to give us 3x. Next key word is isolate. I want to isolate the variable term. I want to get it by itself. It's not by itself. The variable term is combined with this constant term. I want to remove that constant term. I can remove it by subtracting 7, because plus 7 minus 7 gives me 0. Remove that term. Remember, if you remove something, if you remove a term from one side of an equation, you'll have to remove it from the other side to keep your equation balanced. Now our equation looks like 3x equals 9. And the last key word is coefficient. Right now, the coefficient of my variable term is 3. I want the coefficient to be 1. I want the coefficient to be 1 so that I have finished solving the equation for x. So I need to make that coefficient 1 by, in this case, doing a division. And I must divide both sides by the same number, again, to maintain the balance of my equation. And the reason I divided here is because 3 divided by 3 indeed is 1. And negative 9 divided by 3 gives us negative 3. Our solution to this linear equation in one variable is x equals negative 3. And remember what that means when you have a solution. That means if we were to take negative 3 and put it in place of x in that equation, the left-hand arithmetic expression would have the same value as the right-hand arithmetic expression. And we have finished our work in solving this linear equation in one variable.